Hello friends, Brody here with more of our On English Mech a Norman Yoke CK2 playthrough. William IV remains on the throne. His reign has been marked by far more stability than his father's, a fact that has allowed him to basically unify all of Ireland. We now have the ability to become King of Ireland, only we can save up a little bit more money, a little bit more piety, found the counties we need to make ourselves the Irish King. We ponder ways to improve our realm. Our court position approaches us with an idea. More provincial POC3s, more pharmacies, more drugs, more better. So much money, but prosperity in all 5 of my domain counties. Love to have more prosperity for more money long term. Alright, let's take out the loan for this purpose. Taking this loan will also let us get closer to getting our Irish kingdom. I do want immensely. I am seeing them one vassal size over where I should be. I'm going to deal with that by breaking off a duchy down here. These 2 counts are independent of dukes right now, so create the Duchy of Cornwall. We'll the Duke briefly, and we'll give that to the fellow in Devon. Both of these counts do report to me directly, correct? Yes, they do. Good. Which one do we like more? You're 79 opinion, you are 47 opinion. This is Adam, who is best friends with our father. I notice here that he is going to give his land to me when he dies. Especially make him the Duke, that way we'll inherit the duchy ourselves and then give it out to someone else as is necessary. Make sure it's a good duchy or a good Duke for us for all time. Okay, with that we fixed our vassal problem. I'm a little surprised. Guy got the county at the age of 20 or so. He's managed to have no children all the way through. Sad times, sad times. Alright, open council position. Our marshal has left us somehow, not exactly sure how. Best marshal will be at 22. He's a duke also. I'm guessing there are some large vassals who really want to be on the council. But we'll go with this fine fellow, Radoslav, likes us fine. Get him out there. Marshalling, let's check for revolt chance first of all. Yeah, some actually substantial revolt chances in the Empire right now. I should probably fix those. Apparently we've been unkind to the peasants recently. These things happen. Alright. Got some factions against us also. Largest one, increased council power. It's made up of a variety of dukes. One of my kinsman counts. Largest of these is, I believe, Aethelwulf. Now, Aethelwulf, interesting fact, I believe I can righteously imprison him. Yeah, we can. So if I were to imprison him, perhaps I could take his money for one. Well, we'll see, we'll see. First, though, a Linz Farmer Peasant Revolt is launched. This is one of the revolt chances we noticed earlier. It hadn't quite come to pass, now here it is. So it's a fairly small peasant army. We'll raise our armies and be absolutely fine dealing with it. I do not fear peasant revolts at this stage of the game. At least the ones that are becoming recently are not too terribly large, so we should be doing fine. And the money we need to become King of Ireland is how much again? Appears to be 200 piety, which we're nearly up to. We'll be getting how much piety a month? 2 piety a month. And then 264 money. That's taking a little while longer. A blessed Ugo. Saint Ugo here of Genoa. Saint for us all. It's great. Maybe one of our kings will eventually become sainted. I've not been trying it too emphatically. I haven't joined any of the Benedictine orders or the other societies that would allow one to become more saintly. Perhaps we should do that at some point. Let's see, our current king is... He's got one virtue, charity. He also has the cancer, unfortunately. My suspicion is, at this point, he would not make a good saint. He's not going to be alive long enough to survive that cancer, I think. Had it for a very long time, so might be entirely wrong about that. I don't fully know how cancer mechanics work in this game. I know both he and his wife have it, though, so I'm thinking probably something in the drinking water. The kiddos, though, are twins and happily free of any kind of disease. Fight's going terribly well for us. They have only one commander. They are losing terribly. Also, our spy master was attacked by a band of thugs in Constantinople. Well, that's no good. Forces are against us. We're going to keep our spy master down there, though. We'll end that peasant revolt. Suspicion that peasant has literally no money at all, but let's check right away. Nobody's got any money at all. Can we offer this head, though? Execution costs us piety, so I have a valid reason for dealing with him that way, as he is a traitor, dared to rise against the realm. But in this case, we're not going to offer his head, because I need all my piety to become rightful king of Ireland, which should definitely quickly vassalize the other local counts. It will be the de jure liege. We'll see how that goes. We're also beginning to make additional claims on Scotland. Sooner or later, I do want to fight against Scotland. What's this then? The Queen of Franconia wants us to come to her coronation. She's 11 years old. Did she write the invitation in crayon? Sure, we'll come on down. Don't die, please. Alright, our wife is our regent. She's not coming with us to the wedding. Maybe we'll dance with other vassals while she's out of town, or we're out of town without her. We'll see what happens. And, little child, her sister needs to focus in life. Her sister's been married off to Lithuania. I have no idea what her to do. She could be very good at intrigue. If we want to stab some down there, it's good to have some spies on our side. The Pope has crowned the Queen of Franconia. The Pope gives the child an encouraging smile as he blesses her, places the royal crown upon her head. There, little girl, you are now the queen by the grace of God. Alright, so hope their king comes home straight away. We had a nice conversation with the queen. We're returning back to Middlesex. We've returned, and the kingdom did not fall apart in that brief period. Thank goodness for that. Alright. So we have the prestige we need at 200. Not prestige, sorry, piety we need. Just the money now. Come on in very, very quickly. Once we make this kingdom, we'll then start using money to pay back our loan, and then after that we will continue improving our holding, just because I think the way in which we're going to keep this dangerous faction in control is by having a much, much larger army than they do. That's how I tend to think about these things. I'm sure there's other ways to do it by giving them money, making them like us, but I don't want to give away my domain or much else, so we'll just stay here, get ourselves our third kingdom. I think two more ticks here. While pondering over the guest list for a banquet, I wonder if I should invite my friend, the bishop. You know what? Sure, we're best friends, of course. I just noticed there, though, that the vassals all have a new -10, which is... Where is it? I thought female heir was a -10. There it is, yeah. Opinion of William IV, the second line there is female heir -10. Unfortunate. I feel bad for her. Princess Mabel's gonna have a rough time on the throne. We're only 25, so we potentially could have a boy. It'd make Princess Mabel very sad. But yeah, hopefully we get to have some children here before we die of the cancer. We'll see. Rushton trying to get everyone to work harder, not smarter, to get everything ready for the banquet. When the guests arrived, I waited patiently for Bishop Bertrand, but did my best to make sure every guest felt welcome. He told me how glad the occasion made him. Our friend likes us even more. I like these little events, like little glimpses into the day-to-day life of our king. Not a high-level decision, a low-level one. Our friend here is a kind man. He's paranoid that no one likes him. Don't worry, Bertrand, we like you. He's happy. Happy to have a friend, and who wouldn't be? Alright, it's happened. It's happened. It's not happened. We need 3 more monies. I got so excited. Okay, there it is. Create the Kingdom of Ireland. This title will give you 400 prestige and costs us a fair amount of monies and piety. Let's do it. King William IV of England has created the Kingdom of Ireland. So with that, friends, we are now the King of England, Ireland, and Wales. We also could become King of Brittany, but I don't see any reason for it right now, because all of what Brittany is under our control already. So what remains then? Points northward. But I'm curious, now that we are properly king, we'll make sure real quick that our new kingdom passes down through primogeniture. Yeah, same line of succession as all the other ones. I believe that titles that one creates take the same succession law as one's primary title. I think that's how this works. Okay, so will the vassals now submit? No. Okay, he's really, really close. If you like me personally a little bit more, he might. So how much money do you want to be friends? 32 money. Not sure if worth. Let's run through the rest of them. So at this point, no. The Irish counts are not vassalizing. I'll say a little surprised at this. I thought that once I was their rightful king, they'd be down with it. But they're all just not liking me terribly much. They're not liking me terribly much because of why. Because they all want to be King of Ireland. That is the long and short of the story. They have no reason to really like me all that much. I mean, this count thinks we're okay at least. Alright, we'll send this count some money. He'll be the first one we'll try to incorporate through monies. He says yes. Great. I'm going to push us into too many vassal territory again. That's okay. We can get some more duchies going straight away. Bet some times I went hunting or for combat. My body may not be what it used to, but spending time at home with my beautiful wife can be all the happiness I need in life. Alright, I want more kids, so I'm going to take this fertility bonus. We are now a large king. Large kings get 5% additional fertility, I believe, right? Jovial patriarch. More fertility, and everyone loves us. Alright, cool. The Irish count's starting to swear fealty. Hopefully that will continue as we run through the other... this guy's a petty king, so he probably will never vassalize. If I have to give him a good thwacking. Yeah, wrong culture, and we're quote-unquote small difference in rank. This is an Earl, though, so he might well join. A little bit of cash he might well join. And yes, he will. All these people being bribed. I want to get as many of the Earls incorporated before I figure out the Duke situation down here. But what remains are two petty kingdoms, or is it one petty kingdom? Remains with one petty kingdom and 2 more Earls. And again, I'm guessing that each of them will join up if I give a little bit more money. So we're spending about 100 money to avoid wars here. I think that makes some sense. At least moves along the incorporation of Ireland a little faster. Now, at this point, you see that everyone else got bought off, so I suspect that you will also need to get bought off. Yeah, he knows there's money waiting for him if he just holds out a little while longer. Today, my wife pulled me aside for a private talk. Told me she's concerned about my growing weight and fears I do not change dietary habits, I may be jeopardizing my health. Alright, I don't want her to dislike me. I like the fertility bonus for being a JoJo Patriarch, but I much prefer her to like me. So let's briefly lower, for the next 7 years, lower our martial diplomacy, stewardship, and health. That's fine. That's fine. Lost fat trait right there. Lost our joviality, but we're okay. Alright, send money here. Send money here, and final Earl should now vassalize. There we go. So all that remains... all that remains of Ireland is not mine, is this one petty king. And not going to vassalize. Even if we give him money, those red negatives are far more than the power line, unfortunately. So what it comes to then is forced vassalization seems likely. So some of the council dislikes this. The Glory Hounds don't want this, the Zealots don't want it, but happily I've stacked my council pretty effectively. I think I'm okay with just vassalizing him. I would like to have one more county myself, but we'll deal with that down the road. We're going to be getting the county of Devon back after a while anyway, once the current count dies. So, sure. Let's go ahead and beat things out of this fellow. And make sure he has no allies first. He actually has an ally. The commander of Soriar. So Soriar is up this way. I don't know. So he's just a commander. He's not the... Oh, so Soriar is a theocracy. Huh. I don't know how theocracy works in terms of alliances. Why the alliance is with the commander, not with the Prince Archbishop himself. But maybe this commander will send his troops down. He has no troops. Yeah, no idea how that works. Anyway, let's go and launch this war. I'm sure we can win it. He has 2.6 troops. We have 11,000. I believe we're going to win. Gata. We'll force vassalization. And here we go. Final Irish battle. As I mentioned before, our intention is probably to shift our focus to the north next. Actually, should not go across St. George's Channel yet. Wait on the border, get our troops together, get our commanders ready, and then head there all at once. But yes, the question of Scotland. The question of Scotland is my one remaining question. I think that the goal of this playthrough is probably going to end up being form Great Britain, hold all 4 of the kingdoms. I believe there is an achievement for that also. I forgot what it's called, but it'll be a good achievement, for sure. We managed to lose our commanders again. This keeps happening. They keep aging out, they keep disappearing off this mortal coil. Wow! 20 in combat from our counts. It's fantastic. The next person down is Prince Pharamond. This is our brother. He's an 18. He's not in line to the throne, but he'll be fine on the field. We'll improve these commanders with Pheromond, and then Ernan here has rough terrain, skill technician, mountain experts. So no one needs to lead in the center or anything. So there you go. Cross over and stop these people who are sieging down. Which county is this? Precious Brafney. Brafney, my greatest of counties. I'm sorry your king forgot you briefly. Having so many vassals, I wonder what the issue is that. Does that cause a hit in opinion? Okay, I don't see a too many vassals opinion negation. I wish that when you moused over it said exactly what the problem is, but it does not. So maybe more or less efficient economy or something of that sort. The dukes over here are now fighting, unified under me, starting to squabble terribly. All right, we captured Dornshad here. Maybe one of their commanders is worth anything to the Irish fellow. He is not, but there's a mayor here who's worth money. That's great. So let's get sieging now. A little bit of money there for safely returning someone to their king, though we are actually gaining money by month now. I thought we were losing at this point, but no, money is consistently coming in. That's a pretty fantastic thing. I'm a little bit surprised at how our many wars for forming larger England, Greater Britain, perhaps, have gone pretty smoothly. There have been no major powers against us after we dealt with the English. That's been kind of nice. All right, County Kent is doing well. That's great. And then one of my dukes is arguing with his wife. So this duke loves us. He's also our spy master. I wonder what they're fighting about, but I'm gonna leave them alone. I don't think they've ever had a good outcome of interfering with someone's marital squabbles in this game. I believe it's always been they don't like that. They ask you to leave them alone. All right, we're gonna split this army in two. Instead, half of them to go deal with the marching folks over here. We'll use the army of Diego. Go, Diego, go. Okay, sieging down here on our own. Give them some more commanders also. These are #1 commanders. At this point, I don't have any siege leader here, I don't think. No. If I had a siege leader, I'd leave him with the siege stack, but we don't have one, so this army will go march that way and probably win. They have a nice variety of troops, mostly heavy infantry. Nice variety of troops, include some archers. Whole bunch of archers. They have very few of those. Alright, Mabel, our Someday Queen, needs some focus in life. I'm going to increase her diplomacy, actually, because I want to ensure she can hold on to all of our vassals, and I think she'll be okay on the main sides herself. She's probably going to marry off fairly soon. And then her sister, Marie, the focus also, we'll have her work on stewardship. Maybe it should be a... Are we going to lose? Oh, man. Alright, so we ended up winning, but barely there. It was a very close battle. Our morale was not holding out well at all. We did capture someone, though. That's great. We captured another mayor, who's worth another 25 gold. Big money, war economy all the way. We'll use this army to chase down the fleeing stack and keep them in Ireland. Be hunted down, I'm sure. I don't fully understand combat in this game, other than it's a whole lot of hopes and dreams that I have enough morale to win. Also, no, I shouldn't take a river crossing or straight crossing in time for battle, so we'll keep them locked in there for now. I know that there's a way to think about how combat works in terms of what kind of troops are available and who's fighting what and how commanders are, etc. Alright, once this group locks out of the way, we're going to cross over ourselves. Oh, tricky. And we're attritioning here because of Beyond Supply, hills, normal winter, all bad. Okay, our troops finally moved far enough away that I can now get over there without taking the water landing. So that's good stuff. Can you just siege down this county here? There's one more building left to siege down, I believe. And I would like to catch this army, I think. They're going to Oriel. We'll go there too. We have 500 extra troops. And I think we'll be fine. Their commanders are 12, 13, 11. Ours are 11, 20, 17. One of our flanks is collapsed. Happily, we have enough troops to win this thing, but our flank went down so fast there. That's 100%. Vacillations occurred. Bend the knee. Ireland works for me. Looking pretty nice. Looking pretty nice. Okay, as I mentioned before, though, what we gotta do is get the duchy situation sorted. So in Ireland, there are a fair number of counts who are not belonging to their proper dukes. I'm just gonna burn through normal way of dealing this by creating each of the local duchies, making this fellow who vassalized peacefully into a duke. That was the Duke of Knocht, I believe, all lore titles. And with that, we already fixed 2 vassal problems. Great. Who else over here is a count still? You're a petty king. You are a count. Okay, you belong to someone else. Great. Alright, this earl needs to belong to someone. Duchy of Munster. Alright, so we can begin making the vassalized dukes like us a little bit more by giving them back their appropriate vassals. By transferring vassalage of the Count of Desmond, right there. I really do appreciate that when you are trying to restructure one's one's duchies, the counts who are part of the de jure holding will immediately show up on the top list of vassals, or vassal transfer rather. Absolutely great. Alright, so Dublin is under someone else. I could just go ahead and go to my vassal tree and figure out where the missing counts are. I know I have one more. Yeah, here we are. Count Malachy here. Whom do you belong, friend? You belong to Meath. Okay, so this is the Duke of Meath. We'll give him the correct vassal. He's missing. Again, should be right at the top of the list. Count of Maine. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Maine is down here in France. So we want West Meath. I just complimented the game for correctly giving me the person I wanted on top of the list. Not this time, though. That's what he wants, actually. We're still 2 over on vassal cap. I suspect what we're going to have to do is actually give away one of our other duchies to fix this problem. So who else are vassals report directly to me? By rank, go down for the counts. Looking for any Irish counts in particular. Bedford is England, Essex, Northampton. That's French. Yeah, so all the counts that remain are in our personal duchies. I really don't want to give them up. Don't really want to give away my counties, my duchies, or my kingdoms. This is usually the part where it's a good idea to start spinning off one's other duchies. I love seeing that Ireland is now fighting amongst itself. Someone's going for something there. During an even council meeting, my chancellor told me a rumor he encountered there's an artifact hidden not too far away. Find me that artifact. A message from a peasant revolt. The HRE, no. Friends, the HRE is finally breaking apart. Byzantines are doing fine. We'll see how this goes in the next episode. Thanks for watching.